Pieces I like. Pavilion, Suspended in a Room. Cristina Iglesias. At first, I saw this work as a collection of burnt rugs floating in a room. The piece initially evoked an industrial feeling, but this feeling soon changed when I began to discover the context of Cristina Iglesias' piece. According to the plaque nailed upon the wall, Pavilion Suspended in a Room is in fact based on a science fiction novel by Arthur C. Clarke. Inspecting the piece once more, I found myself imagining a ship wreckage, floating spare parts, and perhaps even an alien home. As well as this, I identified different words taken from Arthur C. Clarke's novel. I like Pavilion Suspended in a Room. Science fiction is often a less explored aspect when it comes to modern art, and I think Iglesias has done a good job of replicating that feeling of space, the unknown, and the unidentifiable. The Passing Winter, Yayoi Kusama. This piece comes across as a joke at first, and perhaps it is. Encouraging perfect strangers to stick their head into a mirrored cube through a perfectly round hole is inherently strange, and made my friend James and I spend far too much time laughing than is necessary or appropriate in an art museum. However, I think this piece was a great way of getting people to experience something that perhaps feels out of this world. The completely mirrored interior makes for a surreal experience, conjuring ideas of endlessness and immortality. My favourite part of this experience was when somebody from the other side of the limitless cube put their face in the perfectly round opening and saw mine. After a good 5 minutes of seeing my own face reflected perpetually in increasingly distant and smaller holes, it was quite refreshing and incredibly surprising to see somebody new. The Passing Winter to me is about life and human connection. It reminds me to cherish the people I meet and regard every moment with new people as something special and, like the cube, strange or perhaps even extraordinary. Corridor with Mirror and White Lights. Bruce Nauman, or Bruce Nauman. You would imagine it would feel rather claustrophobic peering down this corridor, perhaps even terrifying, which would make a world of sense, seeing as claustrophobia is probably one of the most common phobias. But for me it felt freeing. Similar to the last piece, Bruce Nauman, or Bruce Nauman, uses a mirror, this time placed at an angle at the end of the corridor, giving off that feeling of endlessness once more. But also, there is uncertainty. What's round the corner? Will it end? Perhaps it is just a mirror. These potentially more invasive thoughts are left unanswered. What we know is that Bruce Nauman, or Nauman, intends to place us in a corridor found in dreams. The unusually thin space, the ambiguous end, the dull white colours of the wall, which fill the corners of our eyes as we view the piece. Potentially, the reason I find this work so freeing is because I can come to terms with the fact that I am only dreaming. I can accept the uncanny qualities of Corridor with Mirror and White Lights, and enjoy the fact that the walls are so remarkably close together, enjoy the fact that the corridor is indeed pointless, and finally enjoy the fact that I will never know what's round the corner. Those were some pieces I liked.